again for lunch, but on a sandwich. This is just so you know what spaghetti sandwich is before I start. It's 2 pieces of bread cradling the remains of a dinner unfinished. It's like eating the ashes of a phoenix after it's long since flown away. You can only taste the memory because the rice is gone and the bread's all that remains. So, sorry for that disclaimer. My poem is actually called Disclaimers. But before I start, I want you to understand that I was too afraid to invest and too afraid to fall short. I wanted you to know that I waited to the last possible second to write this poem, and I don't think it's very good, so like whatever, and if you don't like my poem, I don't care, because if I tell you that I just wrote my poem on the way here, it doesn't matter if none of you clap after I'm done. Because if I tell you this is my very first poem, then I don't have to consider if I'm not very good when I don't get any snaps. Because if I tell you that it's not a very good poem, I don't have to think that when none of you tell me that. Because if it's not very good, I can protect myself from when you think it's not very good too. These disclaimers, I guess, are more for me before I start than they are for you because I can prove to you that I don't care. They're the picture I post online to prove that my life is all great and I'm okay. The clothes I wear so everyone will think of the person that I think that they are. My disclaimers are my real poem. My poem is called Insecurities, standing naked in front of all of you with my feelings laid all out, shrinking away from the silence and the shivers, the words, to shield the private parts of me as I impose myself, exposing myself upon you. But I can't sit down now. You'd see my bare legs shaking as I try to take my seat. My poem is called Feelings. Just one quick note though before I start. But before I start that, I want to let you know that I have feelings, but they're kind of hard for me. I want you to know that I know what feelings are, but they're a little bit scary. Sitting so stoically in the back of my dark car of life, just waiting for the perfect moment to wrap their frozen fingers around my neck and strangle me against the headrest, waiting to betray me till my car runs off the road. My poem is called Fear. But before I start with my poem, I want you to know that I'm afraid. I want you to know that I don't want to be afraid, but every time I look in the rearview mirror to see where I've come from, I see my dark passenger waiting to strike again, and I've spent too much time in the ditches already, and I don't want to go back because each time it gets hard to get out, I'm afraid that one day I'll be stuck. My poem is called Disclaimers, but let me tell you why. Because writing a poem is like living life without wearing socks. When you first start, it seems like a great idea. You've slept in too long, and you need to catch that last bus, but it's freezing outside, so you only wear shoes, but you don't have time to put on any socks, and you can't carry them and run barefoot because just the thought of the ice-kissed concrete sends shudders through your hips because you don't want to wear any socks. And you catch the bus, but the run makes your feet sweat, and now you're sitting on the bus with your sweat, threading the lone hairs on your ankle and slowly trickling onto your hot feet. Writing a poem is like living your whole life without wearing any socks. Writing a poem is like being the friend who no one likes. You're the friend that's an inconvenient acquaintance, but not so troublesome as to do anything about it. It's being aware that you're sitting there on the bus by yourself and the sweat is dripping into your shoes and no one cares. No one will make fun of you. No one will make fun of the stench of your sockless life, and no one will bother to tell you you stink. My poem is called Disclaimers, because that's what I really want you to know. It's not about the love that I lost or the brothers that I found. I want you to know about me.
Sorry, I missed the beginning there, bro.